Page 62, this is a review of all the symbols and things that we've learned in this book. It is extremely important that you know and understand everything on here. So again, if you're confused, you're not getting it, please go back through the book again. Go through the lessons again, review everything again. I don't know of any shortcuts. You simply need to know what these are and what they mean. So let's go through them. Number one, they give you examples of 4 different notes. The first example is this. Looks like that. That is called a quarter note. Hopefully you understand quarter note. Then it says it gets how many counts? And the answer is I don't know. I think the answer they want is it gets 1 count, because the word count is singular, 1 count. The problem is the only way to know how many counts a note gets is by looking at the time signature, and if we don't have a time signature, I don't know how many counts it gets, and they don't tell us to assume this is in 4/4 time or 3/4 time, whatever. So I need a time signature to tell me how many counts it gets, but we're going to pretend we're in 4/4 time, and so a quarter note gets 1 count. And the second one is here, and that is called a half note. It's the same as 2 quarter notes. In 4/4 time, it would get 2 counts, because a quarter note gets 1, so a half note would get 2. Then the next one they give is a dotted half note. That's a half note with a dot behind it, and that is the same as 3 quarter notes. And it's the same as 3 quarter notes in any time signature. It doesn't matter what the time signature is, but to know how many beats it gets, you need to know how many beats a quarter note gets. Well, we're going to pretend a quarter note gets a count, so a dotted half note's going to get 3 counts. Then the last one is the whole note, and it's the same as 4 quarter notes, so it's going to get 4 counts in 4/4 time. Number 2, how many beats are in each measure of 4/4 time? 4/4 time, this. And that, how many beats in a measure? Well, that's what the top number tells you. So 4 counts in a measure in 4/4 time. What kind of note gets 1 count? And that's what the bottom number tells you. The 4 on the bottom stands for quarter note, quarter. So a quarter note gets a count. So there's the same as 4 quarter notes in 4/4 time, in every measure in 4/4 time. Don't confuse me. Okay. Number 3, how many beats are in each measure of 3/4 time? The 3/4 time? Well, again, the top number tells you that. 3 beats in a measure. And then it says what kind of note gets a beat? Well, that's the bottom number, the 4. That's a quarter note. So there's the same as 3 quarter notes in every measure. The same as. I'm not saying there's 3 quarter notes in every measure. That's not correct. It's the same as 3 quarter notes in every measure, because it could be half notes or dotted half notes or whatever. Number 4, match the rest with the note by drawing the line. Okay, they have 3 notes. We've had these already, the quarter note, the half note, and the whole note. Then for the rest, the first one is this one, and remember it's a box, but it's heavy, it hangs below the line, so it's a whole rest. Then the second rest showing is this one, and that's a quarter rest, so you draw a line to the quarter note. And the last one shown is this one, and that is a half rest, because this sits on the line. So it's the same as a half note as far as counting goes. It gets however many counts a half note gets. Number 5. Number 6, these notes are tied or slurred. And they show a bunch of notes at the bottom with a curved line. It's like these, it's some notes with curved line. Those are slurred. And you would connect them. And you can play them and connect them. Then it says, are these notes tied or slurred? And it shows 2 notes with a curved line like that. Well, it's the same note, and there's only 2 of them. So it is a tie. So you'd play the first note and hold it down for the length of both. It's a tie. They're tied notes. Well, okay. Number 7, write the name under each of the following intervals. Play each interval. Begin with the right hand. Okay. The first note, we'll take it one measure at a time. The first note is a G and an A. Those are the two notes. Doesn't matter what fingers you use, just use some fingers. And the interval is a 1, 2, so that is a second. It is a melodic second. The next is a G and a B. That is a 1, 2, 3. That is a third, a melodic third, because you're playing the notes one at a time. Then the next one is a G and a C. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a fourth, an interval of a fourth, and it's a melodic fourth because you're playing them one at a time. Here. And then the last one is a G and a D. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a fifth, a melodic fifth, because you're here. I already told you that you can keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. Just count up. Whatever the count is, that's the interval. Then they say write the name of each harmonic intervals and play them with the left hand. And they have an F and a G, but this time they're at the same time. They're harmonic because they're at the same time. Think of harmony, harmonic. And that is a 1, 2. That is a second. Then the next one they show is an E and a G here. So it's 1, 2, 3. That is a third. A harmonic third. Don't care what fingers you use, though, just do it. And then the next one is a D and a G. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a fourth, a harmonic fourth. And the last one is a C and a G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a fifth, a harmonic fifth. When you write them in, there's no symbol for melodic or harmonic. You simply write in the number. So it's simply a 2, 3, 4, 5 is what you're after there. Number 8, write the meaning after each of these dynamic signs. Oh, goody. And the first one given is a P, like so. It's short for piano. Italian word, it means soft. So you would write in soft. Should write in piano / soft. So you need to know the Italian word and what it means. It means soft. The second one is an F. F here. That is short for forte, and it means loud. So you should write in forte / loud. They only want you to write in loud, but I think you really need to know the Italian word. It's forte, it's loud. And the last one is MF. The last one on that line, though. MF here. That is mezzo forte, and that is medium loud. I also say sort of loud, kind of loud, not loud, but sort of loud. Medium loud is really what they're after. Then the next one is the arrow, the crescendo arrow. Here, it's a crescendo. It means to gradually get louder. And what you do, if you can't remember which arrow is which, well, just follow as you're reading the music. If the arrow, the lines get further apart in the arrow, that means you're getting louder. And as you're reading the music, if the lines in the arrow get narrower, that means you're getting softer. So the crescendo arrow, the lines get further apart as you read it. And the next one, the diminuendo arrow, the lines get closer together, so you get softer on diminuendo. Gradually softer. They want gradually louder or gradually softer, but you need to know they're called crescendo and diminuendo. Then they give a sign here, and it looks like that. Thin and thick bar line with 2 dots. That is called a repeat sign. For now, it means, go back to the beginning and play it all again. I'll change that meaning later when the music gets more involved, but for now, go back to the beginning and play it again. Then next, DC all fine means, well, isn't that nice? Well, remember DC all fine? DC da capo all fine. DC means go back to the beginning, similar to a repeat sign. All fine means go to fine. So you go back to the beginning and you play to the end, to fine. Wherever fine is, that's where you're going to play to. I'm not sure what they want in there. From the beginning, really, I would say go to the beginning and play to fine. However you want to say it. I don't know what word they're looking for in that first one. DC all fine means blank. Means from the beginning and stop at the blank. Well, stop at the blank, that's fine. Stop at the fine. But the first one, I don't know what they want in there. Let's go on. Number 10. Show you an accidental. It's like that. And that is called a sharp sign. It means you play the next key to the right because you're going up, and that's right on the piano. I say it means play the next key up, white or black. And it doesn't matter what color the key is, it's just the next key. It's a half step up. Then the next one is this one, the flat sign, and it goes the other direction. To play the next key down on the piano. White or black, doesn't matter. It's a half step down. Then they want you to write the name of the following notes and play them. And you need to know the names of all the notes now in the music for treble and bass clef within the staff, plus middle C. So it's like the first line, they're showing the C, these notes, and then it goes on to here. We've had C position and G position. You need to know all these notes in the treble staff. I trust you do instantly. If you don't, you really need to go through the book again. You are not ready to go to the next book if you don't know these names of these notes instantly. Really, take your time on this. Same thing in the next line, the bass clef. You have G position here, and we have C position here. So it's all of these. You need to know the names of all these notes in the bass clef instantly. So go back and do the play and say it drills through the book. Just go through it until you can get them. Then the last one, number 12. Which of the following means smoothly connected? And they have staccato and legato. Those are your choices. Well, if you connect them, it's legato. We can't do smoothly on piano. That's some other instruments can do smoothly. For piano, all we can do is connect them. So that's legato. And which means separated or detached, and that's staccato. So you either connect the notes or you don't. That's your choices. It's legato or staccato, and that's it. And that's the review. And hopefully you know all this stuff. You really do, because we're going to add a whole lot more stuff going on. So please take your time in this learning.